Sigma.
Gotta get those levels right.
I'm a Sigma. I go out. I don't even.
Here we go.
Birdman swirl.
Oh, fuck, blew it. Ready?
Birdman swirl. I mean, Birdman swirl.
This time. Third time lucky. Go.
Birdman swirl. Birdman swirl. Birdman swirl.
We're recording right now.
Yeah.
No way, Braz. I guess you'll have some shitty beer, some haggard. Yeah, once again, just some terrible beer. I don't know why you should be a DB rep, really. I think that's your true calling, is to work for the opposition, you know? Like, it's just how you roll, that's fine. Each to their own. You know, everyone loves their little flavours, and your taste in beers is terrible. Terrible.
Don't know about that one, mate, eh?
Oh, I know all about it, mate, I know all about it. I'm currently drinking a brand new beer, low carb Max, called Max Maverick. Yummy, yum, yum. Put it in my tum. So we're live, are we? We're back on the air.
We're back on the air.
So, welcome everybody. We're back, bringing to you the best content you've ever seen in 4 weeks, probably 5 weeks. Who knows how long it's been? But you've been missing us. We've been missing you, and we're back. I'm once again up in dirty old Karamea, sitting in me bed with all me pillars up the back, and Hodgo's in his little dungeon.
Goon Cave.
What's it called? The Goon Cave.
It's called the Goon Cave. It's called the Goon
Did you
Cave.
say?
Yeah, the Goon Cave.
Oh,
That's
I'm
the
struggling to hear you. I have to turn my bloody speakers up a little bit.
That's the Gen Z way to say wanking.
Oh,
Gooning. Gooning.
Gooning. Yeah, I've never heard of that term, so
Love a good
feel free to
goon.
elaborate.
It's just the same thing as wanking, I'm pretty sure.
Gooning.
Gooning.
I've never heard of that. Is that what the kids are saying these days, eh?
That's what the kids are saying these days, mate.
Oh, crazy. So tell everybody our little updates. You've got a new microphone, haven't you?
Yes, thank you to our Patreons. I have a brand new a Rode studio microphone, and I think the audio quality is much better. So thank you, Patreons. You guys are amazing. Needed that for
Awesome. Thanks
years.
heaps, Patreonicals.
Love you, Patreonicals. What about yourself,
Very
Jolz?
tasty. Speaking of Patreonicals, I ran into Rhodes in the sauna the other day, and a little update from him is Zane and the KBC crew have joined the local Coastguard, because there hasn't really been a Coastguard presence for a few years after the recent Coastguard Muppets. Apparently they sank their boat or something, or they fucking cooked it and like trashed the boat or something. And then like there's been no Coast Guard on the coast, which is fucked, because like we've had so many boats in Greymouth hunting tuna and all the big game fish, and they pay all the Coast Guard levies, and they're like, well, fuck, who's going to rescue us if our engine dies out? Like there's no help. And so Zano and the KBC crew have put their hands up, and they're training. And Brody was telling me that they're getting funding for like 3 jet skis. How sick is that? Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Rhodes was like, oh, it's going to be awesome. Hopefully they can, use them loosely on their own time for some training. So how cool's that?
That's amazing. Imagine like those big days out the back of Cobden, being able to just do step-offs and those big drifty days, eh? Whew.
That is the dream, bruz.
So, what are we doing this potty episode, Jolin?
I thought we'd just do a little bit of an update on current events in the surfing world. I want to give you a little update on 3i Atlas, the ever-impending gigantic interstellar object that's coming into, well, it's already in our atmosphere, not atmosphere, universe, star system. So, yeah, and then we're going to do a bit of a deep dive, aren't we, Sonny Jim, into what I would like to call make bodyboarding great again.
Marba.
MG.
Make.
What's MA? What's
make?
MGBA, isn't it?
Make bodyboarding great again. Oh,
MBGA.
MBGA doesn't work that well. Nah.
Doesn't fall off the old tongue, does it? Very good.
Anyway. What
was
you?
Day? Let's just start off. Let's just start off with how was your day today?
Oh, can we just kick off into the big subject? To be honest, I got some really fun waves. I got some really fun waves today. Dude. I got some really fun waves out the front of home today. Had a great surf, amazing surf, beautiful waves.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's wrong with talking about that? That's awesome.
I don't know. I just feel like everybody just wants to get stuck into the fucking meat of the thing.
No, that's just what you want to do. People want to hear the general shit, mate.
I don't know.
You've got to wake up and realise that people like to hear the general chit-chats of our lives. It's not just whatever's in your brain.
I just get sleepy talking about myself. I honestly do. I get sleepy. It makes me sleepy. When people ask me how I am,
mate,
I actually
get chronic fatigue fucking all the time. That's why you're always sleepy, bro.
When I have triggers, and I'm not shitting you. When someone actually asks me, like, how are you actually going? Like, what's been happening? How's work? I'm like, fuck.
What?
I just sit there like,
I didn't ask about work. I was just like, how was your day? But I suppose the day is predominantly 8 hours of work, maybe 3 hours for you. But, I get it. I know what you mean. Like when someone asks you, how you going, mate? And you just say, oh, fuck up. I don't want to tell you how I'm going.
I hate recounting things, like from just like what I find quite trivial.
Okay, so that drains you as just trivial shit.
Yeah, I'm just like, fuck, let's just be silly, eh? Like, and when we're like really humming, we can get into the weeds on shit. But like just saying like, how's your day, and tell me about what you had for lunch. I'm like, fucking stick a fork in my eye, cunt, because I would enjoy that more.
Come on, mate. Like, when you're listening to a podcast, it's kind of like foreplay. You don't, when you're having sex, you don't want to just go straight full penny. You want to work on the erogenous areas, You don't. Obviously, we have to talk about Mike Stewart at Chopes. Can we have at least 2 minutes about him?
Oh, absolutely.
How insane was that swell that hit Chopes?
Oh.
Crazy mutant. Best bowl, just like the angle of that Chopes is psychotic.
Mate.
Like some of those waves, the foam ball was just like inside out, gurgling, like so hard to make. And old man Stew Bags, 62 years of age, drops from top to bottom. He tried to engage his rail and the bowl just would say, no siree. Even though you are booging, you're going to go down and eat some shit. Broken ribs. Did he break his ribs, eh?
Yeah, he broke a couple of ribs, he said. I'm just trying to find the video to play it for us.
That'd be cool. I don't know if you've tested sharing it out on the new
system
that we're rolling.
Oh, yeah, that's what everybody should know too. Eh? We're running our new system.
Yeah, let people know what's going on.
Oh, well, basically, we've shifted over to Discord because we were sick of paying, well, Jolz was sick of paying fucking $1 million a year for what was it called, Jolz?
Yep.
Bloody Zoom. Yeah, so it's a free system.
So thanks for the
thanks
to the Patreons, because I was paying $30 a month out of my own pocket to to run Furman Swoo. And I got some money back from Patreon to help offset those costs. And Hodgo was like, well, let's go to a free service. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Another update. I'm still bald.
Oh.
So I still have no hair, which is cute. Still a skinhead. Living in white trash Cobden. DPB Lane is what Frankie calls it. Shout out Francis. The true Once a Warriors fan from day one. He loves the saying up the wires, so hi Frankie. And he also loves Jackson Ford as an amazing player
Really does.
for the Warriors.
He really does love Wacko Jacko.
He loves Jackson.
He loves Jacko. Right, I'm got it coming here in 2 seconds. You won't be able to see it, I don't think. Actually, no, you will. You will be able to, Dr. Faggot. Hang on.
Awesome. But yeah, that was amazing. Kind of broke the internet for a week, old Stewie. Across all platforms, all surfing sort of platforms, blog platforms, stand-up platforms. I haven't read his stab interview. Apparently he got a stab interview. Did you see that?
Yeah, but it's like behind their paywall. Anyway, let's talk through that wave.
Your thoughts on Stu?
Oh man, just the fact that he's 62 and doing that. Like it's actually just it was what like a touch smaller and a touch less heavier than Shane Ackerman's beyond psychotic wipeout there a good few years ago. But it's still like what 10 to 12 foot barrel, fucking wider than it is high. Just psychotic, mate. And the fact that he's 62 feels so confident and in shape to be able to do that is very cool.
Yeah, I'd say 8 foot, but that's okay.
You fucking your sizing is so off, mate. It's just
it's actually not.
It winds me up how off it is, eh?
Nah, I wish you guys knew, eh? How to read swell size, boys.
Honestly,
you
like
and
all
Steve Fortune.
Oh.
You and Steve Fortune are cooked with your swell sizes.
Everyone in that whole swell was saying it was like 10 to 12 foot. The pros were saying it was 10 to 12 foot. Here's the core lord from Blaketown with a fucking Becky Adamy from fucking 1 foot waves at fucking Edgewater saying it's 8 foot. What?
No. I'm saying Stu Baggs' wave was 8 foot. I'm not saying the whole day was 8 foot. I'm saying Stewie's wave was 8 foot. Max, actually. I'm saying 8 foot max, bro. If you're saying 10 to 12, you're so cookie,
you
mate.
Fucking cook, mate.
You're
You're fucking...
Lay off the cookie dough, mate.
You are fucking so fried, mate. You smoked too many cones in your little fucking shed in Cobden. Fucking spent too much time on mushies at Blaketown Tippy looking directly into the sun. Your brain is fried, mate. Look at the fucking state of you. Look at the state of you.
You've got no idea. Seriously, got to wake up, boys. Stop trying to blow out the size of the
so cooked, mate. It's just 8 foot.
Can someone please comment on this YouTube video how right I am and how wrong Hodgo and everyone else is? Please comment. Engagement. Please engage.
Engage. Don't engage. Don't engage.
Please engagement. These all just engagement.
Don't engage. No engagement.
Now, what else in the surfing news? Just want a quick little update. I shout out to Timothy Blackwood and Sam Blackman. I saw them down in Dunedin last weekend, out of the blue. I was down there with my missus, and she was running a half marathon, and I caught up with those boys just randomly at a cafe. and Sam was telling me about how he cooked himself towing out at down south in the Catties, and he fucked his shoulder. Yeah, so thoughts and prayers for Sammy. He's cooked for the minute. But it was good to see Timothy Blackwood, and that also brings me to another little wee update. Did you see the footage of Huxford from the coast stand-up surfing towing at dinners? Did you see any of those clips or pics on Instagram?
Maybe. Maybe I didn't realise it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, tell me about it.
I don't know. Maybe it was him or maybe he was filming. I don't know. But I kind of got the vibe that he was on the stand-up towing some hefty slabs down there, which is cool.
I think old Huxford got like pretty good on the stick, eh? Like
he's good on the stick, eh?
Yeah. I think he got pretty handy at it, you know?
Yeah, he's very talented at it.
It was pretty funny with him. Like, I think he was from Westport, wasn't he? And when he first started showing up around Blaketown, he was a really skinny little teenager with the GoPro in his mouth, and we used to just paddle around him, you know?
Oh, as you do, you know, like as you do to any sort of grommet from Westport rocking down. Of course, you're going to just give them the scraps. But,
but he's definitely growing into himself, eh?
He's progressed. Oh, he's a tall, magnificent-looking human being.
Oh.
And he's multi-talented in the water, on the boog and on the stand-up, which is... Wish I was as good as that.
Kind of like me.
Cool. Really cool to see. Like that's a true surfing human who can master a lot of crafts. I reckon it's fucking rad.
Kind of like me.
Yeah. You're really good at stand-up surfing, eh?
Do you remember that? Do you remember
Amazing.
that hell drop I took in front of you on the stick at Blaketown? And you were like, I can't believe you made that. It was like a proper double up in the corner. You were like, what the fuck was that? And I was thinking about that today.
Remember that, eh? Memory's a bit fucking weird, eh?
Yeah, it's because your brain is fucking fried, mate. You don't know what you're looking at. There's like a filter over your fucking viewer. Cuts out the bottom third.
You're fucked.
It's all. Do you know what it is? It's drug abuse and the amount of fucking hits you took to the head playing league.
It's probably more of the latter.
Fucking Gavin Forsyth's sons. Douche.
Probably more me hitting my fucking head in the surf than anything, to be honest. How cooked I am.
Not a lot of protection between your head and your cranium.
Definitely not the bong hits that I've had over the years, mate. That wouldn't change anything. It wouldn't do anything, eh?
You fucking... How many times you get knocked out playing league, you fucking homo?
Oh, mate. Like, all the boys on the coast have had way too many concussions, eh? To fucking Christ.
I reckon you rock up at like 20-foot towing chopes. I might paddle out. I reckon it's about 8 foot. It's about 8 foot.
Fucking 2 to 4.
2 to 4.
Did you 2 to 4 foot. Out there, boys.
I would pay good money to watch you just jump off the boat, paddling the line up, and watch you literally die.
I was just about to say I would die, I reckon, honestly.
That'd be
watching
funny.
me die in real life.
Finally, he learned.
Especially because I almost died surfing 3 foot fucking edgewater. Can you imagine me at 10-foot chokes? I'd be dead, cunt.
You'd be sitting on the inside. I might get one of these inside one day.
I might get one of these ones that are semi-closing out. That'll look makeable. That'd be the worst thing is shoulder hopping chopes. Can you imagine how bad that would be? just before it closes out. Oh, I'll take off here.
Righto, mate. Enough of that shenanigans.
Before the deep dive, I want to give you and everyone out there the updates that I have been researching. I know you're over this already. 3i Atlas. And you might remember that I actually was calling it 3-1 Atlas That was incorrect. It's 3I. The 3 stands for third. I stands for interstellar. So yeah, the 3I atlas, and the atlas comes from the observatory where they first found this object. Now, this object is fucking weird, bro. Like, there's been a lot of speculation about this interstellar object. It's currently making its way between Mars and Earth, and it's going to go behind the sun in October, and it's massive, dude. It's like crazy big. Like, it's so hard to even comprehend how big it is. Like, if for some reason this thing comes around the sun and then gets looped into Earth, we're all dead. Like, it's an absolute Earth-destroying asteroid, comet. I'm calling it a comet because it has shown. It's called a coma. That's where you get the little back spray of debris off the back of a comet. So that's called a coma. It has been showing that it has a coma, but it's got a heap of irregularities with it. So just beware, especially when you talk about the conspiracies that are out there about how, I think it's Project Bluebeam, where, there's talk that some of the governments in the world might like to stage an alien invasion or like the threat of an alien craft just to put some fear in the humans and really just sort of put us into lockstep and maybe unify the world into a one world government. There's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about it. Keep an eye on 3I Atlas because it's a very interesting object that is in our star system, our solar system. I urge anyone to have a look on YouTube. There's some really cool videos out there. There's almost videos every day about 3I Atlas, how it's changing, how it's really irregular. Obviously, it's irregular because it's from another whole fucking interstellar star system. So I'm so fascinated by it, bro, because this is only the third one that we've seen come through. That's been observed. Obviously, there's been many over the millennium, but it's fucking fascinating. Have you even looked into it, or no? You're just oblivious to what's going on with it?
I'm oblivious, unfortunately. I
that's all
am
good.
Oblivious.
That's fine. I just think it's really interesting. So yeah, it's going to go behind the sun in October, and we won't be able to see it because we'll be blinded by it. And so what happens, it'll slingshot around the sun, and it's a bit of an unknown quantity what trajectory it's going to take once it slings around the sun, and then the gravity and where it's going to go. Most projections, it's not going to go anywhere near Earth, but be prepared for some shit to happen on Earth, because when you have an object that big that's going close to Earth, it's going to have shit. It's going to have debris flying off it. When it slingshots around the sun, who knows what it's going to do? But it's hard to project, hard to predict. And I find it fucking fascinating as fuck, dude.
Wow.
That's my update. Who knows what it is? There's been predictions guesses that it is a comet. Some people are saying that maybe it's not a comet. The real quacks are saying it's like an alien fucking mothership, but I don't believe that. But you never know. We'll see what happens in the next 2 or 3 months. I'll be following it closely, you might say.
Jeez. It's pretty crazy.
It's really crazy.
Yeah, man. That was what killed the dinosaurs, right? We got fucking kaboomed by like the big one, and it was like a planet-wide nuclear, like basically nuclear holocaust, right?
Yeah, and same thing with the younger dryas impact theory. You've heard about that, right?
Nope.
The Graham Hancock stuff, around 12,000 years ago. Oh my God, have you been living in a fucking cave, dude?
I'm reading about gooning, 8-foot waves, Jamie O'Brien's baby. Fucking.
Okay, so I'll just give you a quickly
quickly,
outlook on the younger dryas.
Yeah.
because you're dying right now.
I'm dying.
But I've talked about the younger dryas impact theory hypothesis before on this podcast. You have obviously not retained it, but this and there's proof. There's geological proof on planet Earth that this happened between, I think it's about 12,000 years ago, and this is where a lot of cultures have the Great Flood. You know how in all of the myths of indigenous cultures across the planet, there's the Great Flood myth, right? You can acknowledge that.
Ancient, just religions upon religions have a Noah type flood. Yes.
Yeah. So Noah's obviously the most well-known story around the flood. And this is where you get into, the lost technologies, the lost city of Atlantis, Göbekli Tepe, the pyramids. Obviously no one can really explain how the pyramids were built, and people hypothesized that it was ancient civilizations. And then the younger dryas theory is that huge asteroid impacts hit Earth about 12,000 years ago to 12,800 years ago and basically reset the planet. So, which is very similar to what happened to the dinosaurs.
Yep.
And, it's very fascinating shit.
I think the same. Yeah, it's a cycle, and it'll continue to happen, and we'll be long gone. Yeah,
I think it's all about the Taurian asteroid. It's all to do with the Taurian star constellation. Actually, every year there's a chance for asteroids to hit us. I think it's October, November. But some years are more dicey than others, especially 12,800 years ago.
Ooh. All right, mate.
One last thing. Oh. It was the extinction of the megafauna. So what do they call? What are those big elephants with the big tusks called?
Woolly mammoths.
The big cats, what are they called? Saber-tooth tigers. So the theory is that this impact that happened wiped all them out, along with probably 90%, 95% of the humans on planet Earth.
No, cool, dude. Well, no, it is awesome. I actually think we should do like a whole episode on it. We could just fucking go through it. I think people want to hear about it. It's pretty cool stuff, Yeah.
It's cool stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought one thing, we are going to do that full episode watch along of Fu Man Shoe.
Oh, yes. We talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah. So we will do a full episode watch along of Fu Man Shoe. And now we've actually got the Discord thing set up, we'll be able to do it because it'll be easier on Discord. I just got to work it out technically. But I thought, fuck, man, let's get and we've talked about it a lot, but I thought let's really try and hash it out over the next half an hour to 40 minutes, I reckon, of just from the industry, the tour, well, the bones, like the fucking carcass of a tour we have now, the industry, the media, and I suppose you could call it sort of like the entertainment aspect of it. How do we fix? I don't know if we ever call it fix booging, because booging is what it is, and it's cool that it's actually what's cool about booging, and you know this, is that people don't get it, we get it, we love it. It's niche, and it always will be. It's never going to be mainstream ever. Never, ever, ever, ever going to be mainstream.
Agree.
It's mainstream as in kids ride foam boards in the whitewash. That's mainstream. Everybody knows that. But when it comes to boogie boarding, proper waves, you know what we're all talking about. So let's dive into, because I'm fucking passionate about it, dude. I've had those big chats with with you and with K-Mac and Steve and when I was in Auckland, I was having these big yarns with K-Mac about how, we've got the fucking skills in our generation of boogie boarders in New Zealand. K-Mac, yourself, Wellsy, Brooksy, people that are in sales and entertainment. They know what they're doing, and we've got the skills. We don't have the connections. I think the only person that's got the real connections in New Zealand that could actually get us in a foot in the door with some people in some places, probably yourself through Mez and K-Mac. Yeah. So the problem is we don't have the connections, but I think we've got the fucking professional know-how, how to run a business, how to run a... Yeah. So anyway, this kaupapa, Jolin, this subject for the next 30, 40 minutes. Where do you want to start? How the fuck do we fix especially the tour, but the industry itself, how the fuck do we fix it? How do we fix it, Jolin? What, straight off the top, because I've got a lot of thoughts and I've talked about it a lot, but I've sort of branched out some of those thoughts a little bit in the last week as well, thinking about this. Jolin Kilkelly. Talk to me.
Sounds good. Where do we start? Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big topic. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the world tour as a whole, because I think that's quite an integral part of this conversation, is how do we make that a more sustainable, user-friendly in the field of consumers consuming that content, and also the riders themselves. That ties into the industry as well, right? So we've talked about this many times before, but there's not many sponsored bodyboarders really doing the tour, and I think that comes down to industry. And we'll talk on the tour very soon, I'm sure. But let's talk about how the demise of bodyboarding sort of came about, right?
Yeah.
We can talk about how Billabong dropped out their riders, and there was that whole sort of, it wasn't a conspiracy, it was the truth, how a couple of the older crew felt threatened at the big head honchos at Billabong, Quicksilver and Rip Curl. They were a bit threatened by the bodyboarders, so it's good to take a bit of a history lesson there. And they made the call to cut a lot of sponsorship. Obviously, the demise of the magazines, which was a huge content provider, and then we moved over to the internet with they actually called them podcasts, didn't they? I think.
The Waldron Brothers. Yeah,
the Waldron Brothers podcast. That was the first ones that came out.
4-minute clips.
There was this.
Yeah,
there were these little wee transition periods where bodyboarding kind of just got swept under the rug, right?
Yeah.
So industry has a big part to play if we're ever going to sort of get back to those heights of the, late 80s to 90s to early noughties, and all the way through to 2014 basically is where things turned to shit. So you look at the industry, right? You got a whole bunch of smaller industry brand owners, and then you've got maybe 2 or 3 huge players that probably hold a lot of keys to the doors there. So, my thoughts are industry kind of needs to step up to the plate and put a bit of money behind things, which is really hard to do, especially when you look at sales across the board, pun intended, across the board, across the globe. You've got really large pockets. When you talk about New Zealand, our industry here is fucked. It's kind of dead. Board sales, and I know from Mez directly that board sales in New Zealand have been on the decline in recent years, and it's very hard for him to put money into the sport here. Interesting. Be good to know what the stats are in Australia. We can only sort of assume and speculate what board sales are like over there. I'd imagine, I can assume that regions such as South America, are still quite buoyant in that space.
Maybe.
The onus, in my opinion, the onus sort of needs to go back to industry to kick-start things again if we want to really make a big push, change things up, mix up the tour, get some good prize money, get some good media content across the globe. I'm talking a lot of stuff here, but one of my big dreams is we just need someone like Zuckerberg or Elon Musk to just drop a sly 50 mil. Drop a sly 50 mil into it.
Nah, that's what got done with IBA. That's what got done with IBA, and that money lasted like 2 or 3 years, and then it was gone. No. That's we have to build sustainability within the industry. If we rely on outside investors like we have for fucking decades, someone will misappropriate the money, like someone did back in the IBA days. It'll be a money party, and because like you were talking about how the KBC boys being the Coastguards, right? Like boogers are never gonna do that. Boogers are dumb fucks. We are weirdo misfits. We are weirdo misfits that don't know how to manage our way out of a fucking paper bag. Like
Disagree.
9 out of 10 boogers are retards.
Nah, I'd say 2 out of 10.
I just think that because we're misfits, we just don't like think, and we're sort of like got, I think, an inferiority complex as well. I think the inferiority complex, plus not having the right people leading things, not enough transparency as well. If you rely on outside investment, it'll disappear and dry up. You have to create sustainability within our own industry. If you don't do that, we're just not going to get there. That's it. So
what about a combination of the both though?
I mean, I think what you could do is, like, you're right, because there's actually money. Like Mez is probably the most financially stable and successful boogie company, like corporation in the world. Like he's got the big factory. He makes the majority of boards for all the brands in the world, plus like the kids boards, like the foamy boards and that, right? So he's probably...
Yeah, but you got to think, like, sorry to interrupt you, but you got to think about, Mez is just running those things. Like, he's not exactly the financier behind everything as well. So there's people behind closed doors that you don't even know exist.
Yeah.
Mez is not the guy who's funding everything. He's pretty much the middleman, the brand man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I thought he owns the factory itself.
No.
Okay, well, let's move away from that.
That's not true. So there's these money holders, these investors are holding a few of the keys here, and I don't really think they give a fuck about bodyboarding. They probably just give a fuck about the bottom end. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like most big cheese investors do.
Yeah, but they've also got to have, if they were going to dump a ton of cash in it, they've got to have faith that the same thing's not going to happen like it did in the IBA days. Because
I think it's changed. I think hands have changed a few times since the IBA days, but that's why I have these lofty dreams of having someone who's really rich and who loves the sport. Because my idea is that a combination of a few things, having 2 or 3 big rich investors, plus the grassroots stuff, plus the sustainability stuff. Grassroots, when I say club level, across the globe, every nation. Remember what it was like when you had the ABA, you had every country's ABA equivalency, you had a regional entities, you had a national entity, and they all fed into, the global entity.
But wouldn't
so
it be...
for me, it's like combo vibes across all.
I agree with combo vibes, but I think we would have to prove that we can run a sustainable product, like a tour competitive product, for 10 years ourselves. I think if you can prove, and it with like numbers increasing every year of viewership and participation and sustainability, like riders getting paid in that, I think if you can prove you can do that yourself for 10 years, and then you can go to those. Then you can go to the big investors and go, right, we have built this ourselves. We have done this transparently with the entire sport, and here's like our numbers have grown over this, and we've done this all ourselves. Then we might be able to attract big investment because we've proven that we did. Because someone sold a really good dream to someone back in 2010 when we got that big money for the IBA, and we saw booging. That was the last golden years from 2010 to 2013, the rocket ship. Like, we were getting better numbers than the ASP at that point for like the Mexico comp and the front on comp. People were, fucking Traxmag were talking about it, who's historically hated booging forever, So let me go back. Now, we've talked about this a million times. If you want to have a good industry, you've got to do it off the back of a good competitive scene. So I've talked about this a million times, and I'll say it again. We get rid of the IBC completely. And when I mean that...
Sorry, say it again. Get rid of what?
The IBC. Gone. So what?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yes. So what we have to do is they'll fight and try to...
Solve that motherfucker.
Yeah, so you can just outcompete them. Basically, you become a rebel league.
Yeah.
And just go, we're going to set up our fucking world... It's not even a world tour. We call it the World Championships because we've talked about this. So here's the structure. Every single region around the world has its own regional tour. The top 5 or 10 riders from each division, and that being women's, juniors, and men's, goes to the World Championships at the end of the year, right? And you have it in Hawaii, Aussie, or the Canaries. The best places for booging.
Yeah.
So then... those top 5 or 10 from South America, North America, Europe, Asia, Oceania, right, and maybe North Asia, South Asia, those 5 to 10 competitors come together at that World Championship event over like a month period, and the fucking kingpin comes out on top from that. So that's the one world tour that they can afford to go to. They can afford to go to that one world tour, and we have the funding to pay for them to attend. So you provide the hotel, you provide the healthcare, and you provide the travel to them, so they're actually fucking being paid like a UFC fighter to turn up. All right?
Yeah.
And then the other caveat of that is that it's also a team format. So whatever place your rider comes from, your region, in that world championship event, counts as points towards that region's points. So you crown a one world champion, so individual, and then you crown a region world champions as well. So you got you're biting. It's like a cool format, right? It'd be tricky to work out with judging and stuff, but it just gives that little bit more like sort of something to fight for rather than just being a world champ individually. So no matter where you place, you get some points for your team. The other thing I think, we've got to bring the fun back in booging because it got way too serious. It got way too fucking gay. It was gay. It was so gay. It was so just, you were talking about it the other week. It just got too addicted with the hardy style, But judging has to be based off style too. I don't want to see any fucking Yuri Valadao floppo ARSs on every single wave. But, we don't have to see... you look at Spencer Skipper, he didn't have a hardy style. And it was completely different. But he's probably one of the best styles in booging. But it's completely different from the hardy, fins touching your ass style, right?
Yeah, styles always going to be a contentious issue when you talk about judging. My point of view on this is that if you are hitting the most critical section on a wave, and performing a maneuver that is high velocity and high risk and very technically hard to do, style shouldn't be the be all and end all. I guess I hate to compare us against our stand up brethren, But like, if you look at Italo, Ferreira, I don't like his style. I think his style's haggard, but he gets scored well because he hucks some fucking giant ears, bro. So like, yeah, Uri Valadao might not be the most aesthetically pleasing to the eyes, but if he hits a giant fucking Itaquachara 10-foot bowl, then that dude deserves a good score, in my opinion. So we just got to be careful with that. We don't want, like I've mentioned to you many times before, we don't want Ryan Hardy clones doing fucking Craigs every single section, you know?
Craig's on the paddle out. No,
Craigs on the pedal out.
I get it. Like, I agree, right? But what I would say is, I think you got to bring that fun mongrel back to it, to the media product of the tour. So I think in the style of tension, like a sort of a mesh between like breaking even and tension, sort of, you know, clean cut, fun, breaking even type deal, good old California boys, and then the absolute Aussie mongrel of the tension boys. Like, just you just cannot make it the WSL vanilla cast, because if you do, you'll kill it.
No,
like, you got to have
and also,
characters on the mic, you know.
Yeah, and also, can we please not have a drop knee division? Can we just have a multi? You can ride however the fuck you want.
You can fucking stand up on the fucking thing if you like. Yeah.
Yeah. It should just be degree of difficulty vibes. Whatever is fucking hard to do, you should get scored on it.
If you know booging and you know what you're looking at, you're going to know who's ripping the hardest in that heat. Whether they're standing up, they're drop kneeing, or they're fucking prone riding. Like, you're going to know what's looking the best. Now,
one thing I feel like the stand-up brethrens have done wrong in their world tour is, like, if someone does something out of the norm, you know, like maybe a funky retro rock and roll floater, or like a carving 3, or even just a fucking random 360, the judges just like instantly gave them a shit score because it's not like what they're looking for these days. Where they'd rather see just a fucking big old fashioned carve or a Larry layback, where it's just like, you guys have, I feel like stand up surfing judging has just boxed themselves into this corner. You know what I mean?
It's turned into gymnastics. No shit. That's what it's turned into, because in gymnastics, you know, they do those fucking insane flips and shit, and they have to land perfectly. Like, their top score is you nail the flip, and then if you put a foot wrong, you know, your score goes down.
Lose points.
You have to look absolutely perfect. So in the WCL now, if someone catches a rail, or you know, bogs a tail, or just bogs out on a section, but like you say, if they're just fucking going at it like Dane Reynolds style, they're not going to get the same score as like a Felipe Toledo, just 20 turns and not a rail gone wrong, you know, not a bog and so
I love how you brought up Dane Reynolds, because like he's one of my favorite surfers, and like he's always catching rail because he fucking goes so hard, bro. Like, he is doing the most gnarly grab rail hacks, and he's always catching a rail, but it's because he's pushing so hard.
He's trying to kill the wave, you know. He's trying to kill it. Like, let out this weird hipster rage, you know. But anyway, so that's my idea, is you have the world championships and the regions feed into that. So then the regional tours become more interesting, more controversial. And you don't shy away from the controversy either. You do it professionally. But if someone's got, you know, a couple of riders got a bit of beef, you know, you just say, you know, just like, you do it professionally, be like, oh, you know, so, you know, when you're doing interviews and stuff, you're just like, oh man, you and fucking old old Joel aren't, seem to have had a bit of tension in that heat. And I might go, oh, fucking, yeah, like, he's just a knob out in the water. He's just fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to be like UFC feuding it up, because that's the totally...
That'd be cool, though.
But, yeah, just, like, let people speak their
bring
minds.
a bit of mongrel back, eh?
Yeah, a bit of mongrel.
Bring a bit of
little bit
mongrel
of mongrel, but not
bring
like
a bit
fucking...
of rivalry back. Like, like... Can you imagine Kainoa McGee if he was just given a free rein back in the day? He'd be like, oh, bruh, I hate fucking Guilherme Tamega. That guy's a fucking holy loser, bruh. Fuck that guy. Like if he was given like free rein on the mic, how good would that have been?
Oh my God. So how do we actually get there to this like world championship? So you'd have to basically raise obviously the organisation and the funding to be able to establish something like that, and then go worldwide to actually get the agreement from each region that feed into this, and then eventually you just have to fade out the fucking IBC. Speaking of the IBC, I'm going to splice this in. Did you see the scenes today of Alexander Rinder, who rips, by the way, rips
her.
Rips the bag. I rate her,
I like her
really highly.
She's awesome.
I've got nothing against her. But the fact that that young woman is like chasing a world title in 1 foot beachy slop, and she's so emotional about winning it. I don't know why, but hey, she must have worked fucking hard for it.
Because I know why, because it's her third world title, and it's been 10 years since her last world title. So
yeah, so it's cool
that's why she was quite emotional about it.
Cool that it means something to her. But do you know how sad it was, bro? And I'll splice it in, Chrome Dome, is seeing her get lofted on the shoulders of people on the beach. She's absolutely losing it, and there's basically tumbleweeds on the beach, bro. It's basically tumbleweeds and hobos on the beach, like.
Fucking dudes trying to griff watches on the beach. Yeah, you want to buy a watch?
She gets stabbed.
He gets stabbed on the way up to the fucking.
It's such a fucking detriment, dude. It's so sad. It's so sad to see.
Sad.
Remember the
Sad
scenes when like Hubbard used to win pipe or Kingy or and there were thousands of people on the beach and everybody's losing their fucking minds. Like
maybe not thousands, but probably hundreds. Yeah.
Oh, I reckon for some of those pumping pipe comps, it was probably, like 1,000. Surely they were big crowds. As you're on the Titanic. Yeah. Apparently, you're on the Titanic now as well. You're getting a hot lap, are you?
Well, I reckon
you're getting a hot lap, are you? Hey.
I'm just changing my bloody legs. But we need money.
Yeah.
We need
okay.
Money.
So
what I love is huge prize money, dude. Huge prize money for one championship title at the end of the year. I'm even talking like 500,000 or something for first, or 100,000. Like, let's go fucking ham. Like, you've got all year to work towards qualifying to get into this last championship, and but what if prize money?
What if it's less about the prize money and more about the fact that the tour? No, listen, the championship, the top 5 athletes from each region. So if we're doing juniors, women's, and men's, so we're talking 15 people from each region. Say if we could pay them.
Fuck the juniors, mate.
Oh, fuck the juniors off. Okay, no more juniors. So top 10,
fuck
right?
The juniors.
So,
simplify it.
All right.
Women's and men's. That's
men's.
it.
All right. Okay. Good call. Fuck the juniors. No one wants to watch Grom Surf. I hate watching Grom Surf, especially when they rip. It annoys me.
Exactly. Right. And the Groms needed to work towards that goal, of getting to the top tier.
So rather than the prize money, why don't we pay them a salary? Just like a UFC fucking fighter or a league player. So it won't be much because we're self-sustaining. So they can train. They don't have to work a fucking job. It's going to be minimum wage. It might be like, I don't know, $50,000 US that they get. But if you make the top 5, you're guaranteed 50K contract for the last 6 months of the year for you to train and get ready. We'll provide the flights and the accommodation for the events as well. So it'll cost a lot, but you could make it so then it becomes a league. Then it just doesn't become old mate rocking up, signing the entry form, paying the $2,000 to enter the fucking comp. It's actually you're part of a league then, like the NRL. You're actually you're a member, and then you have a riders union and that sort of stuff. Like that's.
Hang on, I like that. I like that idea, but I'm thinking minimize it. One woman, one man from each region, because that is not sustainable. 5 and 5 from each region, dude. Like, who's gonna pay that kind of money across the globe? Like, the UFC is a fucking massive entity.
Yeah.
And what do they pay there? They don't even pay their guys $50,000 for 6 months of the year, mate. You're tripping. They pay their guys fucking $14,000 to turn up. Bottom tier, bottom feeders, mate. Like, 14,000, no, 10,000 to turn up for the real bottom dudes.
The minimum contract for UFC is 12 and 12, so it's 12 to show, 12 to win. Yeah. That's don't get me started on fucking UFC. We should model it more off the NRL. The minimum contract for NRL is for a full-time player's thing, it's 85,000 Australian, and then they can have train and trial contracts as well. So like Taylor May this year, who played for the Tigers because he got in a lot of trouble, they put him a train and trial contract, which was like fucking $3,000 a month plus your match fees, because you had to earn your way to a contract. So they do those sort of things. Then obviously the big boys are getting a fuck ton, right? Now, how many bodyboarders are there in the world? So, listen to this, Jolz.
While you're looking that up, the global population of bodyboarders on planet Earth.
Yeah.
You got to think about regionally, right? Because are you suggesting that an international entity is going to pay regional riders, a wage to train for 6 months of the year, or are you wanting each region to have their own body to fund their riders?
I think the best way you do it is and then if you're keeping it really democratic and transparent, is you're allocating each region a certain amount of funding for them to decide how to distribute that, as long as there's no corruption. We're looking at South Asia. We're looking at South America. All the corruption. Oh, and we forgot about Africa. I mean, fuck me, like South Africa and
Africa, fuck you.
Yeah.
How about this though? How about this? Here's an idea. 10 regions, $1 million, 100,000 to each region, 2 riders, 50,000 each.
Something like that. Something like that. So
that's $1 million, $1 million a year.
Yeah.
To get 2 riders, woman and female, male and female, grannies.
Ryan Hardy turns up in a wig and blackface.
Transition, guys.
Hey guys, Bali bodyboarding camp is not going so well anymore.
I turned my penis into a vagina.
Wellesley turns up. It is a 6'4" fucking brown woman.
Well, Wellesley's got like the hourglass shape. He's got womanly hips, so he'd be all right. He's got womanly hips. He'd be able to transition pretty good, I reckon, on Wellesley.
Yeah, you go right, actually.
Especially me with my tits. Like, me and my tits, I'm only like half an operation away and I'll be a chick.
I don't want to talk about your body. It still upsets me.
It's disgusting, no?
Yeah.
No, but I reckon, let's zoom back out. I reckon 100,000 for each region, 10 regions, 50,000 male, female, and then boom, you've got, how many riders is that? Oh, that's only 10 riders.
Yeah, it's not enough.
On each division. You want more than that, don't you?
Yeah. So you got to go something like top 5.
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool to have just 10 in a tournament style?
Yeah, because then, you're like 10, the top 10. It's like the WSL top 5 thing, right? But it's way more democratic. But it's way more democratic, I reckon, because you've got the interest in those regional tours. And Like, you're going to go to a place you know you're going to score, right? Like, where it's going to showcase booging the best, like front on, pipe, fucking...
I think Hawaii's got to be the one.
I think Aussie would be pretty good too, bro. Like,
Nah, not
like
in summertime.
WA.
It's fucking fickle as fuck.
Well, not why would it be summertime? Like, we could just suit
No,
it.
that's right.
Yeah.
But you just think that you want it to be warm and you want people on the beach watching.
Portugal would
Whereas
be.
I think Hawaii, because that's Christmas time, that's probably, and it's the mecca of surfing. I think that's got my vote, to be honest. Canary Islands, too much fucking corruption, and those IBC fuckwits over there.
Yeah.
They'll try and take over everything. You can't trust Canary anymore, I don't reckon.
Portugal would be, in Spain, would be pretty good too. In winter, Nazaré and Ericeira and that, like, those places fire the fuck up like crazy, dude. Like, real consistent, real good. Yeah.
Or just Chopes. But then that's a left-hander.
I would want a place where you get more, like, variation, lefts and rights, wedges, reefs, you know, like, Chopes would be sick. Yeah.
It's where pipe and backdoor's fucking perfect, really.
If we're talking about it, you just do pipe. You know, you do.
Well,
do you know
backdoor,
what?
yeah, exactly.
Do you know what? Like, my ultimate would be, because the place I love watching contests, like, and I watch them every time I see highlights, is Sandy Beach, Half Point. That little reef out at the, you know, like that little reef that it's like barrels and sections, and the guys just rip the fucking shit out.
It's too small.
I think it's so, but it's so core booging too, though, like, because that's where it was born, and like I reckon it's fucking sick, dude. Like,
nah, that's only, in my opinion, that's only good for a regional, not the finale.
Yeah, but then if you have like that and pipe in like Maui Bay or something, like Honolulu Bay, like, you have three. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get back to this budget thing, right? Because we're talking like, fucking, we do this, do that. So obviously you get the industry to buy in, because we haven't even got to how are we going to fix the industry. Because I think the only way, and I said at the start, the only way you're ever going to have a good industry is off the back of a good competitive platform that has revenue coming in. So then it attracts more sponsors, right? So,
and also, before you carry on, and to tie into that, to get new people into the industry, new buyers, in other words, grommets, they want to see a pathway. So they want to see the scaffolding already in place. Because, anyone can buy a bodyboard and have a bit of fun on the beach in summer, but it's that 10% that actually look at the sport and go, I can actually win fucking $500,000 if I'm the world champ. You know, like, I saw last year's world champ, he won fucking $500,000. How fucking cool is that? I can be a professional bodyboarder.
Or,
oh my God.
But it's the same thing. Like, imagine if you're a young guy, you want to be a pro book, and you can see that $50,000 contract.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, and then if you become like top 5 in the championship event, you might win like another $100,000 or something. You know what I mean? Plus sponsorships on top of that. You've got to have an elevator.
That's how it starts.
Yeah, you've got to have an escalator.
Yeah, mate. It's scaffolds.
You know, you've got to have Steve Fortune scaffolding. Fucking all the way up. So, so this is how we build the budget. So obviously you have a fucking good business plan concept. You have some media partners. I mean, the key thing is obviously you have got to have a solid fucking webcast. You've got to have a solid media team.
That just,
and it's, you know,
that
that's
goes without saying.
Part and parcel. And it's got to have that bit of mongrel kookiness about it, you know? That weird inferiority drag board code type thing, but also like the Mike Stewart professionalism as well, like just a mix, you know?
And I hate to compare everything to the WSL or the UFC, but both of them are too fucking boring. Too PC. Why not fucking throw a few swear words in there?
You got neo-Nazis fighting in the cage these days, mate. They're not. They're so hardcore.
Talk about the commentators, mate. I'm talking about the commentators.
Yeah, right.
Like the commentary is just fucking. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh my God, like Rogan and that. Oh, don't even get started. Anyway.
What I'm saying is, going back to what you're saying, like have a bit of flair, have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of swearing. Obviously, you don't want to be insensitive to, you don't want to be racist or homophobic or anything, but
just funny.
Just be a little bit silly and a little bit risky and like have an edge to it,
The ultimate example is like some of the NBA announcing. They have ex-players on there, like Shaq and that, who are fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And they're allowed to
Shaq
go for
and Charles Barkley, when they have their little things.
Amazing. And there's the same with soccer with Thierry Henry and a couple of other ex-players, and their panel's fucking hilarious. And even with league, mate, like the media system around league, the shows, like, you watch an All Blacks game, and it's the most vanilla, boomer, fucking depressing portrayal of what was everyone's favourite fucking sport for decades. It is so old. It is so outdated. I get depressed turning it on. And when you watch League, it's young, it's vibrant. I mean, we went to the Warriors this year and they had fucking Savage have a rave at half time. People enjoyed the Savage concert more than the game. Now listen, because I keep trying to get to it. The way to raise the money is peer-to-peer funding. It's GoFundMe shit. Nice. So Gemini tells me, the AI platform, says it's hard to infer, but there's probably, one study estimates there are around 6 million bodyboarders worldwide. So we're talking about serious bodyboarders, okay, compared to 23 million surfers.
Okay.
This ranges from a recreational users to serious riders, but probably people that know they could probably do a roll or a spin, right? So, obviously, the big hubs for booging are Aussie, the States, Latin America, Europe, Japan. Yep, Japan's huge for booging.
What about the Japs?
Yeah, well, racist.
Japs. Japanese. Fuck's sake. Stop being a PC clown.
Yep, okay. Jolin. Well, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So say if you set up, there's those funds that you can buy into where you get a return on investment, where people do the peer-to-peer. Hang on. I'm going to look it up. Just give me a second. Maybe you want to talk just while I look it up, because there's this French crew who are making a collapsible surfboard that's fucking legit, and they're raising money for it. And what's it called? Collapsible.
Yuck. Sounds horrible.
It's actually really cool.
A collapsing surfboard.
I was going to buy one.
You've really derailed the chat.
I was going to buy one. Is that it?
Derailed the chat.
I'll derail you.
Surfboard.
I'll fucking
derailment. Derailment, bruh.
Kickstarter.
I've got a surfboard that I can put in my suitcase and I can fold it out.
That's not the one.
And it's got perfect rocker.
Basically, yeah, so there's those platforms called like Kickstart, right?
Yeah. GoFundMe, all the ones. Yeah.
So your level of investment determines your level of return or access, right? So people fucking raise money to write books, to make movies, and you put the certain amount of money in, you get the certain investment. So if you do like entry level, you might get a little producer credit in the credits of the book or the movie. Or like the top level investment, you might actually be able to be involved with production, or having voting rights, or become like a main investor. There's 6 million boogie boarders in the world. I think 5.5 million of those boogie boarders you'll never get a fucking cent out of them, right? Because boogie boarders are notoriously tight. And so that leaves you with maybe 500,000 people that might be willing to depart with between $5 and $500 or $1,000 of their own money.
$5 to $10, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but like I say, you have that level. So there
On
might
average.
be some absolute core lords out there go, I see the potential in this and I'll depart with $1,000 of my money. I know where it's going and I get a voting right on the direction of the tour. Like I get to sit on the board. I could sit on the fucking board of the tour, right?
Yeah. I've got a lot of objections with this.
Let me finish.
Quickly. Okay, you finish, and then I need to pee. I've been holding on to a pee for about 20 minutes, so finish what you're going to say, and then we'll have a quick pee break.
All right, so then when you have the peer-to-peer funding, where people can invest and they get a certain level of access or return, they become an investor, and then if you get to that certain level, you'll actually get a dividend at the end of every financial year if the organisation turns a profit. The company structure that you set up is totally fucking transparent, and this is where people might scoff, but the CEO's report to the board is totally transparent. This is what the staff all got paid. This is what the CEO got paid. This is what the media people got paid, and this is how much sponsorship dollars we're turning up. So it's totally transparent, and that's in the spirit of booging, I reckon, because we need to stay grassroots. So you might end up dealing with like $5 to $10 million budget every year, but people know exactly where that money's going. So say if you're a CEO and you need to be able to fly around the world and go and woo investors and fucking do this and do this, you probably had to pay yourself like 150, 200 grand a year, Australian or American, and that's piss for a CEO. But stuff like that is, as you're rocking on the Titanic, is,
I'm going to piss my pants, dude.
Yeah.
So bad.
I think is what, yeah. All right, pausing.
Christ.
We are back. So, peer-to-peer funding, Jolin. I think, but that's not your only port of call, because that'll so the key one is investment from governments, councils, where you actually host the events, the industry itself, outside investors. But I think if you want to get the support of it, you have a totally transparently run what do you call it?
Organization.
League. I think you call it league. You know what I mean? Like not a tour, because it's not a fucking tour. It's a platform for competition.
It's
right?
It's a world championship.
Yeah. So that's it, man. Bring the fucking mongrel back with a bit of that professionalism. Prove you can do it yourself within that 10 years. Run it transparently and engage with and be fucking transparent. Like when people aren't agreeing with something that you're doing because they know booging real well, fucking respond to it. Listen to it, react to it.
Okay. My thoughts on that are, I like the idea of a peer-to-peer, but I think having too much input from every single funder is going to muddy the waters. I like the idea of a subscription. Sort of.
Yeah.
Not like a wide. Yeah, you can contribute $5 or $5,000. Let's just say it's $15. You're in or you're out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see the transparency and you can get access to a few extra things. But I feel like I still think we need initial investment from some sort of rich man or woman to allow maybe 10 people to go out there and do all this work, do the research, work with the 10 regions that you're going to sort of pick as your, the 10 regions on planet Earth that
Your
have
10 feeder
the
regions.
most money and the most bodyboarders
Yeah.
within it. So I still think you need that initial investment, then get the model up and running, prove to everybody that you can do it for the first year, and then, or even for that first year, still get the subscription going. But then on year 2, then it becomes sustainable. You know, you've proved that, yep, year 1 was a success. You crowned a world champion. We got all these sponsors invested. They got a return. They got watches. They got people looking at their ads. They got returns on their investment, ROIs. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Initial investment is required first, and then I think after that, the proof is in the pudding. I think people would be happy. I'd be more than happy to pay $15-20 a year. That's nothing.
A year, yeah. I mean, $15 American times 500,000, and you're not going to get 500,000 people, obviously, no way. But 15 times 500,000 American is $7.5 million.
Yeah.
You know, so if you do, even if you get it down to $1 million that you've raised from GoFundMe and from sponsors, you're going to be able to run something. You know, like the
You're
perfect
gonna run something epic, like a three week window, in Hawaii. You got a fucking sick waiting period, pipe and backdoor.
Even Shark Island, mate.
Happy fucking days. 7-day competition. What are you shaking your head about?
Even Shark Island, mate. Like, they're the perfect example of. They're the perfect example of the only thing in booging right now that is generating a huge amount of viewership, interest, and they're killing it. The media product around the comp is fucking brilliant. The webcast, although is tricky in spots, is still really fucking good. They've got the right people on the microphone, with Brendo, and Luke O'Connor, and the players and that, like people that are not afraid to fucking speak their mind or have a laugh. And they've got plenty of sponsors. And 10 grand top prize, I think it was. I mean, for the state that bodyboarding's in, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, you know. Yep. So yeah, and the way to get into the comp is you get invited to the comp, and then you have to have a business sponsor you to pay your entrance fee, which I think is $2,000. That's perfect because then that business becomes an automatic sponsor and gets shout outs from the whole comp. So those guys are already sort of paving the way on how to do it.
Yeah. I hate to shit on them, but like, I don't think that a local electrician in Cronulla is going to get much return of investment on people from all across the world.
It's hard to It's hard to quantify, right? Hard to quantify, but I think that
you really want board sponsors and clothing sponsors, and related industries. You don't really want to have the local plumber or the local
sandwich shop
accountants or the local real estate being a sponsor. That's great for what they're doing currently, but if you zoom out, you want NMD, you want Hubbards, you want all the big board brands, you want fucking generic surfing related clothing brands, you want mobile, you want beer companies, you want food companies, you want where their brands, you can purchase their products globally. That's what you want.
I agree. So, no, I agree. But I think that if we're ever going to fix fucking booging, it starts with a competitive platform and then it goes from there. And I think the other thing is there has to be some sort of responsibility about starting companies, because I remember in the golden years from like early 2000s to the 2012s, 2014s, there were too many random little weedy companies, too many random little fucking clothing companies, you know, I think you can't obviously stop people from doing something like that, but you have to, I don't know, man. Like, remember how fucking, like, Grand Flavour, like, those guys from Grand Flavour must have made some good coin back in the day, you know, for
would have, yeah.
that 5-10 years that they were hustling. I bought so much Grand Flavour shit.
Yeah, Chad Jackson. I wonder how he did back in the day. He probably done well, but it's fucked out now.
Well, it's fizzled out now because there's no more people to buy it, right?
Well, the tour fizzled out, and then his brand fizzled out. You know.
Yeah, the whole industry died.
Yeah, unfortunately, everything does go back to competition.
Well, competition's
Which is
what
a shame.
generates the interest, right?
Well, it does. It inspires the next generation. It
Yeah.
always does.
Competitive
So
glory.
we go back to the pathway, the scaffold. You got to have something at the top that's worthy of a 16-year-old guy or girl
Yeah.
to grab that bodyboard and say to their parents, I can actually make a living off this. And the parents are like, fuck off. And then you'd be able to say, actually, I can.
Hey, motherfucker, I've got a 50 grand contract now.
I've got a 50 grand contract that's going to give me 6 months to train because I won the nationals in fucking Zimbabwe, or I won the nationals in fucking Okinawa in Japan, or I won the nationals in wherever the fuck you are.
In
I won the
Sweden.
nationals. That means I got a ticket. I got a $50,000 ticket, and I got an entry to go to train for the next 6 months and go to compete at the world champs at Pipeline.
Yeah.
Or wherever the fuck, Shark Island, or Breaker Bay, wherever the fuck it is. I'm going to go and compete at the world champs, and if I win, I'm going to win $500,000 or $150,000. That's going to set me up, and then I want to do it again the next year. And then, so yeah, you've got to have that pinnacle, that lofty goal. Otherwise, it's just bodyboarding in the whitewash for the next 20,000 years.
Yeah, but I think like the way we've been talking about it is, and I need to make, is never to go mainstream. You have to appeal to boogie boarders. You have to appeal to boogie boarders. The 6 million people out there who know how to do a roll or a spin, right? And that's your target audience. Number one, you fucking hone in on that. You hammer that so it's unmissable. The product is fucking unmissable because Tanner McDaniel is, you know, like the favourite to win, and he's out at like 8-10 foot pipe back door, and he's, you know, about to clinch it. You know what I mean? Like fucking PLC's going for his 6th world title. Jeff Hubb's 89, and he's still doing, you know, gorfs at back door.
I was gonna initially I wanted to push back on you then when you said, you know, it's got to be core. I wanted to say, nah, it has to be mainstream. But then I was like, nah, you're right. You need to be core. And then what'll happen is you'll just get more followers organically because people will be like, fuck, those guys are fucking out there, eh?
Yeah,
I can't believe they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
This random sport, this fucking inbred cousin of the surfing world, doing this really cool, unique thing, and you'll just, you know, naturally you should just get organic followers, and hopefully naturally it would become mainstream, but not like lame stream.
Not like
you know what I mean?
lame stream. Yeah, because like you look at UFC is the perfect example for since probably what Conor McGregor would probably be when it became mainstream. Until then, it was considered, and still by a lot, but much, much less, it was considered prison violence for decades. Right through the 90s, right through the 2000s, and then when Conor McGregor in 2016, or 2018, when he hit the fucking stratosphere, he was the biggest athlete on earth. So he pulled UFC into the mainstream. And then through COVID and that, it was there. And they never, ever swayed from they never changed the sport. They never changed the way that they portrayed it. It was just hardcore, bloody fighting, right? They never like toned it down or fucking had breaks to clean up the blood and stuff. Like if someone's like cut open, we've seen those fights where it's just like holy shit, you know, and they never changed their spots. In fact, they got more hardcore over the last few years since Trump's been in, to the point where they've driven people away because there's such bull lickers for Trump. So,
yeah.
But they're the perfect example.
Yeah, true. I just want to throw a random thought to you for feedback. If the pool technology got to a stage where you could have 4 to 6 foot pool tech, where you could dial the wave into whatever the fuck you wanted. It could be a bowl, it could be a long peeling wave. Do you think that could be a perfect finale?
Don't know. It's too predictable.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's too predictable.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you can scale up the size, you can have unpredictability, because if you've got a bigger wave, you can do so much more.
I think you're right. I think the pools are definitely, and I think, and it's obviously a biased view, but I much prefer watching booging in a pool versus surfing, because you can do so much more.
Oh, I see. I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't like watching pool surfing, Like even the ears and that, I'm like, whatever.
Honestly, I don't like watching either of it, booging or surfing.
Yeah, I get bored of the booging too. Yeah.
Like, the wave just needs to be bigger, in my opinion, and then we'll actually see some cool shit, or cooler shit.
It's definitely a consideration, but I think that, like you say,
imagine seeing drop knee. Imagine seeing like drop knee in like a 4 to 6 foot wave pool. That'd be awesome.
Pretty cool. 6 foot
big
slab.
barrels, big snaps, like drop knee ears. Oh,
and that would actually be so sick, because it'd be so critical. It'd be so critical. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, but that's how I reckon is we have to completely fucking change the way we think about booging. Yep. If we're just going to try and be the poor cousin of surfing and follow the exact same model like the IBC's trying to do with their robotic Spanglish commentary and 1 foot slop and corruption and weirdness and money disappearing and people not getting paid, then and with one of the worst fucking media products I've ever seen, to the point where I don't follow any of it. You got to remember, like, I've been a hardcore boogie fan for nearly like 25 years, right? And it takes a lot for me to not watch something. I am a boog frother. That's why we do this podcast, and so are you. Yeah. And exactly. I won't fucking watch it. Even when it's pumping, I won't watch it.
I'll see. I will. When the surf's good, I'll still watch it, but I can understand why you don't. And I think between the both of us, we've solved it, mate.
Have we solved it?
Let's get some engagement. Let's see if people will actually chime in.
I wonder if people would
throw a few comments. Throw a few comments around. DM us or put it in the chat, but we'll put it on the comments on the YouTube or Spotify. But I think we've nailed it. We've fucking nailed it.
I think it's better than trying something different than trying the same old shit that's been how many fucking iterations of a world tour have we had? ABA, APB, fucking IBA. What was it? What was the super tour back in the day called? The fucking when they used to do the boat trips. Was it the IBA?
It was the IBA, yeah.
There
were some good moments in that, but like
that was cool.
It was just watered down. Well, that was, back in the day, they had all the money. They had all the sponsors, and that's when they were doing like fucking 12 to 15 comps a year, mate, to crown a world champion.
Man, but that's just so unsustainable. And do you know what the other thing? It might sound, it's probably a bit lefty, but it's pretty shit on the environment too. The amount of fucking travel and jet fuel and fucking waste. It's just like, I'm of a firm belief that climate change is a natural thing. I just think we've helped speed it up a bit, That's all.
Yeah, true.
You know.
I guess the other flip side of that is that when you go to 12 regions, you're boosting the local economies, so that's good for the humans living in the regions.
But the regional tour does that. If you have a good regional tour and you give them the funding to have a good structure, but how cool would it be? Even if you just think about New Zealand, how fucking cool would it be? We get chosen as one of the regions, and we have Taranaki, Auckland, Blaketown, and maybe Breaker Bay. Doesn't seem to be consistent enough to actually run just a comp on a weekend. But if you if you had Auckland, Taranaki, Blaketown, and the top 5 riders from those 3 events goes, bro, you've just earned a contract to go to the World Champs at Pipe. So you know, and because there's no young guys, it'd be all these old farts turning up from New Zealand. So it'd be like you and Ahi and Peiki and maybe Steve, Wellesley, you know, Floyd, fucking,
you
know, the other rippers. You know, sorry if I'm forgetting.
But that would kick
Duncan Smith, you know.
Yeah, but that would inspire a new generation, you know.
Because imagine if that happens and then fucking old Jolz can go be a pro boogie boarder for 6 months and train, get ready.
Yeah, maybe 15 years ago. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'd get in. I'd go to the tour.
Fuck you, mate. Yeah.
I'd go, I'd just...
Oh, Ben McPake would be there,
Nah, he wouldn't be there. I'd beat him,
Nah, Ben McPake would be running every day to train.
Never surf, just train.
Nah, he'd swim, do 50 lengths a day.
Never surf,
He wouldn't do very good on left-handers, though.
He wouldn't even know how to paddle out of the left, What's this bullshit, Jolz? Oi, Jolz.
Oi, Jolz, you got to make sure that the world tour is at a right-hander,
Oi, Jolz, I'm not going. It's a left, You're gonna like fucking cloud break? Nah, I'm not going,
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna give my ticket to someone else,
Do you know what'd be cool is Watu Karang would be pretty cool, but you just couldn't get the crowds there. Like the left and the right in the bay.
Where's that, sorry?
The Watu Karang, you know, the left and the right.
Oh, see, I had this thought before I wanted to mention to you. Wouldn't that be the spot? Wouldn't that be the a really cool spot to crown a world champ?
Chungu and Padang would be pretty fucking cool. Like pumping Chungu.
My vote wouldn't be Chungu. Doesn't get big enough.
Does it not?
Maybe not with Watu as well. You kind of want to have a bit of fucking scare factor, you know?
Oh, Fronton's got to be it, mate. Like Fronton's the best boogie wave in the world, isn't it? It's got to be.
Fronton, I think Fronton would be the one, but there's too many political fuckwits over there that would ruin it.
What about Blaketown,
Oh, absolutely.
Oi,
absolutely.
you'd actually...
Nah, wave trap.
Oh,
Oi, wave trap.
Wave trap.
Oi, wave trap, ahi. Oi, ahi, wave trap, aye.
That would actually be fucking sick. But...
Nah, it doesn't get big enough.
Blaketown would be
sick.
Blaketown would be fucking sick to have a proper compat through autumn with all the offies and the goods banks.
I don't think it gets big enough. I think honestly, pipe and backdoor has to be that.
It has to look mental, right? That world championship crowning event. It has to look fucking mental.
Shark Island, I reckon.
Shark
or
Island.
Pipe. Shark Island or Pipe.
Yeah.
Or
the box.
Some fucking random Micronesian wave.
No, because you got to have
to go there on a fucking on a charter boat.
No.
And you stream it live to the world.
No, you got to have crowds.
You don't have to.
You got to have
the final. You don't have crowds in Fiji.
Yeah, but no, like fuck all people watch that. It was shit. Like,
they would have if it was 10 to 12 foot.
It was shit.
They would have if it was big.
Yeah, but it's WSL.
They didn't get.
They get skunked.
They didn't get the swell.
So funny with the WSL. It pumps before every comp and then goes to shit every comp. I
No,
laugh.
dude.
It's like karma. It's like
Fuck's sake.
corporate karma fucking them. It actually is. It's like you guys are in it for the wrong reasons. So Huey's gonna fucking skunk you. Fuck you. It's so rare that they
know.
score.
It is. I can't believe that they were doing like the final 5 at Trestles for like how many years did they do that? 3 years?
You see, they've taken it
That
back
was-
to pipe.
That fucking time, clowns.
Fuck, it's so clueless, eh?
All right, mate. I would love to wrap it up because I want to go to bed soon.
Yeah, man. That was a long session.
It was cool though. It was a good chat. We solved it, mate. We fixed it.
Did we fix it?
We did, man. I still think we just need someone. Give us a slide 10 mil. We'll get the fucking model up and running. Then we'll get the pay-per-view or the fucking subscription. And then you're done. And sponsors, done. We'll sort it out.
We'll do it
Me and
for you.
Hodgo,
Yeah.
we can be co-CEOs. We fucking sort it, mate.
My salary is only 400 grand a year, plus a car, plus like first class travel everywhere and hotels. Caviar. I mean,
Nah, mate, I'm way cheaper than that. Just give me fucking 80K and a fucking van. 80K in a van and then flights and accommodation across the globe. Done.
I won't disappear with any of the money.
No, you won't, Glenn Taylor. Definitely you won't.
There was one, just to wrap up, when all that went down, I think it was informed. It was some little media, like, boogie website that was writing stories when it all went to shit with IBA. And he was digging around, and he was the one. He wrote the article. I remember reading it, and basically, Glenn Taylor from Turbo, fucking did it run with the money. Just
He did. Name and shame that fucking drone. Do you know he's still shaping boards?
is he?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I reckon that's the part of
Suppose,
the problem.
hey, you know,
Yeah.
redemption for everybody, I guess.
Do you know what would be cool? Last one, the wedge. That'd be so sick. That'd be so cool.
It's a fucking closeout.
I watch every clip that comes out of the wedge, and when you've got
No, but that's
when you've got world class guys out there like Tanner and Craig, they time it, and the ears those boys pull and the barrels they make are pretty cool.
no, it doesn't get my vote. It's not. Yeah, it's just not more. It's not makeable enough for me.
Yeah, maybe not makeable enough, but it's pretty spectacular. Pretty spectacular.
Hey, it'll be great for the regional USA tour if they can, maybe they can have their end of the tour finale comp there.
Yeah, that'd be cool, eh? All right, mate.
All right, mate. Hey,
We
great
fixed it.
chats. It's nice to see your little fat face.
Got to go have some pizza now.
Fuck off! Don't be stupid.
I'm hungry. I've worked up an appetite. I'm sweating.
Some little late night pizza. 10:30.
Little late night pizza.
You fucking idiot.
3 poos today.
God.
Got some good waves today. Actual dream runners on the fucking mid-length. Right out front of
No
home.
way.
Crystal clear water. Just mint. Blue. Well, not crystal clear water, like blue as water,
Oh, that's
clean.
nice.
And just offshore. And
Well, you'll be loving to hear that it's pure Mordor over here.
oh, I love it.
Flooded rivers,
Oh,
pissing down with rain.
oh, I love it. I
Giant
really do.
swells,
I wake up in the
howling.
morning. I wake up in the
Howling
morning.
onshore.
I look at the Southern Alps and I can see like the thunder and lightning crackling just like Mordor over the top, and I just laugh. I'm like, take that, you cunt, take that.
Yeah.
Wet and
You know what? We
miserable
will take that.
grey.
We will take that because we'll have another amazing summer. So
Yep.
fuck you.
Yeah, you will. But I've got the counter to it because caravans coming this November, and we'll be over there for weeks at a time enjoying it with you. Yeah.
Sweet.
Righto, guys.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Love yous.
Bye.
Bye bye.